Afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Solo ReacTalk. Welcome to Warcraft Monday, and Happy New Year. Yes, I am back with World of Warcraft. Zafarak has given me 3 videos to react to. 2 are trailers, and 1 is a BlizzCon opening ceremony World of Warcraft video. Now, I'm going to watch that one first, the BlizzCon, and then I'm going to head over to the 2 trailers that Zafarak has also given to me. Let's start with that. And remember, guys, if you want to check out my previous reactions to other World of Warcraft cinematics and trailers, the playlist card is going to be at the top here. Just click on it and be able to access them. If you want to check out the original videos as well as World of Warcraft's YouTube channel, the links are going to be in the description below. And once again, thank you to Zafarak for giving me these videos to react to. Yes, let's start. Alright, BlizzCon opening ceremony. 3, 2, 1, go.
Please welcome Executive Producer, World of Warcraft, Holly Longdale.
Wow. Okay. I like what you're wearing. Miss Holly. Nice.
Oh. What's up, BlizzCon? Oh, I'm so excited to see you all here. This is fantastic. Well, can you believe we've been playing World of Warcraft for almost 20 years? You know, 2004 was a while ago, right? You know, some of us, we waited in those lines for those midnight releases and got our discs. Yeah!
2004. Wow, and it's 2024 right now. Huh.
And we raced home to install those WoW discs one by one. Across nearly 2 decades, players all over the world have taken part in the stories of Jaina, Sylvanas, Arthas, and Thrall, and of course, so many others. And together, we've jumped through the portal into Outland. We sailed off into Northrend, and we watched Sargeras stab the world with that sword.
Wait, what's the name of the sword that Sargeras was using? It's still there, right? Yes. So, what's the name of it?
During that time, gaming has changed, and you have changed, and so have we, particularly in the past year. The entire team across both Modern and Classic have embraced their communities. We are truly listening to your voices and taking action. My friends at BlizzCon, now is the perfect time to prepare to close chapters, open new ones, and double down on why we all fell in love with World of Warcraft in the first place. With that in mind, let's get to it. As many of you know, WoW Classic was born out of the community's passion. And of course, most of you know that still drives us today. Like just in August, inspired by our community, we released Classic Hardcore.
Man, the Classic fans here are very loud. Very loud, and I think they outnumber the World of Warcraft how should I say, like, new fan base, if I could say that. Yeah. Wow.
So in hardcore, you only get one life. And if you die, you may laugh, you may cry, you may have to replace a keyboard, but you go again. We've loved watching you take on the challenge or die trying. And because the hardcore community has asked, the team is planning to add a new way to play hardcore early next year.
Which is this year, 2024. Okay.
And last month in Wrath Classic, we released the Fall of the Lich King patch. And while there's still more to come in Wrath, earlier this year, we looked at your feedback to think about where are we going to go next. We read through a lot, and I mean a lot of your feedback on social media forums, and we sent out surveys to our players. And here at BlizzCon, we're happy to announce Cataclysm is coming.
Deathwing will arise yet again.
And it's coming with hashtag changes based on your feedback, just like you'd expect from Classic. So now, let's jump into the Wayback Machine and get a reminder of all things Cataclysm.
So that its true lords may return. You dare trespass into my domain? Die! This is my realm.
Man, that was nice. That was actually quite nice. I think with the cinematic direction, like it is totally different from what we usually see from, like World of Warcraft. With this new, should I say, revisioned classic Cataclysm, in terms of what we've just seen here with the trailer, it is, different. Clearly, and even the music, yes, you can hear some hints of Cataclysm music in there, but in majority it's something else, it's something new coming in there as well. But yeah, you got to see all the events that were happening during Cataclysm, and the storyline with Deathwing as well. And maybe I wish they would have made Deathwing a bit more bigger. Just a bit more. It just looked like a smaller dragon here in this cinematic. Like I'm comparing it to the other, to the previous Cataclysm cinematic. Deathwing was huge. You could actually see, Azeroth literally falling apart as oceans, or should I say a tsunami wave, was coming crashing into Kalimdor or wherever else on Azeroth and just destroying everything. Yes, we got to see that there's conflict, there's war happening on Azeroth, but we haven't really seen the true cataclysm of the complete redesign of Azeroth through that destruction brought by Deathwing. Unlike in that first cinematic. That's what I really enjoyed about that first cinematic, is that you could see how terrifying this dragon is, how huge he is, and what type of power he wields, and the entire landscape literally changing, with utter destruction brought by natural disasters, if I can say that. So with this one, yes, Deathwing is here, all these other players, important players are there too, and the important storylines, but I don't know, I just expected more of a cataclysm encompassing Azeroth. We're just seeing a lot of battlefields, we're seeing a lot of factions fighting against each other, but we haven't seen the destruction or the redesign of the Azeroth landscape, if I can say that. Unlike with the first Cataclysm cinematic. Yeah. But it's nice. It is nice. It is very, very nice. Yeah, let's continue. Well, hopefully you guys understood what I've been talking about. I'm sorry if I sound like I'm just waffling. Okay, let's continue. Man, those classic fans are there in strength. I can hear them. Wow, these guys.
Get ready, my friends, because I love the passion, by the way. Get ready, my friends, because the road to Deathwing's destruction is coming in the first half of next year.
And first half of next year is now January, February, March, April, May. Is that the first half?
All right. Now, over the past 4 years of Classic, we've watched you master the vanilla experience, and we've loved it. So much, in fact, that we thought we'd add some unique flavor with a seasonal note and a dash of discovery. Season of Discovery is vanilla WoW with a spicy twist.
Are they saying no or yeah? I can't really hear.
You're going to discover new secrets as you scour the world and find class-altering abilities. Have you ever wondered what it might be like to be a tanking warlock? Or take on the role of a mage healer? In Season of Discovery, you can. The season is going to launch with an initial level cap of 25, and when you hit that max level, you'll be met with the brand new level 25 endgame. You'll discover a brand new 10-player Black Fathom Deeps raid with new and reimagined bosses, mechanics, and of course, rewards. Then, after a couple of months, we'll raise the level cap a bit. You'll find even more endgame content, and so it will go. If you're here at BlizzCon, you can play the Black Fathom Deeps raid in the Warcraft Hall. So, if you love Classic or just a little intrigued about what exactly a Warlock tank can do, go check it out. For all of you watching online, don't worry. you won't have to wait long to play. Because we want you to discover all of the secrets together, there will be no public testing. WoW Classic Season of Discovery launches in a few short weeks on November 30th.
Hopefully you guys are enjoying it.
For more information on the Season of Discovery and Cataclysm, don't miss the Classic panel this afternoon. All right, now it's time to talk to my Dragon Riders in Modern WoW.
That's what I should call it, Modern WoW. Because we have Classic WoW and now this is Modern WoW. Okay.
Our team remains committed to giving you meaningful game updates about every 8 weeks with more content sprinkled in between. We really want Azeroth to feel alive and the home you want to come back to no matter how you play. Our next major update, Guardians of the Dream, is going live in just 5 days.
I've seen the cinematics, it's good.
I want to give a shout out to my elves. It is finally our time. 1 week later, Season 3 will start with the last raid of the expansion, Amirdrasil, the Dream's Hope. There we will have our final showdown with Farak and defend our new world tree. But fear not, that's not the end of our time in the Dragon Isles. There's a lot more to come in Dragonflight that will serve as both the epilogue of this story and the bridge to our next one. Like I said earlier, we are evolving. We are changing our approach to this big, beautiful game and how we look ahead to new chapters. BlizzCon, it's time for a new adventure, one that has grown from the very seeds of what captured our hearts when we first set foot in Azeroth. For veteran players, the last 20 years have led us to this. And for those who have yet to join us, now is the time. And who better to talk about the first step in this journey?
Ooh, why is everyone celebrating? What's going on?
Than someone who carved the path in the first place. Everyone, please welcome my friend and the Executive Creative Director of the Warcraft universe, Chris Metzen.
He looks good. He looks good. He's keeping himself healthy. That's good.
What up, BlizzCon? Holy smokes! Horde, where you at? Alliance! BlizzCon as one!
Catgirl would be so happy that you said that, Chris.
Holy smokes, thank you. Thank you. It is, thank you guys.
Guys, he's married, okay? We know you love him, but hey. Hold it.
It has been a long, strange trip to get back to this spot, I tell you that. It has been interesting this past year, being back under the hood of World of Warcraft. It has reminded me of a few things. One, I love Warcraft. Number two, you know what? I really missed this work. And number 3, on the real, it feels amazing to be back and part of this Blizzard family again. As Holly said a bit ago, next year is the 20th anniversary of World of Warcraft. I can't even believe it. Whatever. How many of y'all have been playing from the beginning? I love you, Prison. So given that, what was that? Doesn't matter. We started thinking, so what next, right? What expansion hook, what single storyline could possibly match such a historic occasion? We started thinking about, well, I did, the good old days, right? And some of those early mythic ideas that kind of established the background of Warcraft. Started thinking about even some of the newer ideas that have played out more recently, but still in a way feel a little unresolved. And in the mix of all that stuff, in the mix of all those ideas, particular things like, what the hell has Magni actually been babbling about all these years? Was the thing that he came to warn us about in Battle for Azeroth, did it actually play out? Or is there potentially something darker still looming on the horizon? I don't know. Will there eventually be an apocalyptic confrontation between the forces of the light and the void? Talk to me, BlizzCon.
Azeroth is going to be a big party. A very big party. This upcoming war between the Void and the Light on Azeroth, I don't know, it might break the planet.
I'll tell you what, for nothing, my pally Maine, I'm all in on that kind of thing if it happens. It's gonna happen. And really the big question for all the marbles, what have the Titans actually been doing since the dawn of civilization? What is the real purpose of all of their cute little installations slammed into the side of the planet? Do we know everything we need to know about their real intentions for our world?
And what are their intentions for all the other worlds that they've found across the universe? I don't think it's only Azeroth that has these installations, you know. I don't think it's only Azeroth that has all of this investment that they've put in to this one planet. I think there's other planets out there that are in the same situation, you know, in terms of the Titans' influence and hegemony across the universe. So I think also that needs to be investigated.
Just saying. BlizzCon. All of these hooks. And 100 more. 68. Carry the 2. A bunch more. All cooking in the pot. Started to reveal a storyline. Something epic. How epic? Real epic. A storyline that in almost every way feels like the culmination of the first 20 years of our storytelling. A storyline provided we do our jobs, we do the thing that will vector us into the next 20 years of adventure. BlizzCon. Are you with me, BlizzCon? We call this storyline the World Soul Saga.
The World Soul Saga. World Soul Saga. Okay. So it's not just going to be like one storyline. It's going to be multiple storylines, like in a set, if I can say that, because they say saga. Okay.
The World Soul Saga is so epic, as we covered. It cannot be contained within any single expansion. It is built to play out over multiple expansions over the next few years.
Hence the word saga.
Come on now. Having said that, we are working on multiple ways to deliver this adventure to you a little faster than you're used to. We're not going to get into it at this BlizzCon, forgive me. But keep your ears peeled. I assure you, we are moving with purpose. And the last thing we really want is for y'all to have your grandkids controlling your mouse and your keyboard trying to wrap this thing up. So,
I mean, the next 20 years of playing World of Warcraft, yeah, definitely. Some people here are going to have grandkids, and yeah, you guys are still going to be playing World of Warcraft. No, but it's good. It's good.
it's coming. Also, given the scale of this monster, we have decided to change it up today. Here we go. Dun, 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 dun. Instead of just debuting your next expansion all on its lonesome, we have decided to give you a glimpse at your next 3 expansion sets.
Man, they really are going fast.
Does this meet with your approval, BlizzCon?
Are you entertained? You should have said something like that. Are you not entertained?
My friends, I'm going to warn you, there may be mild spoilers ahead. Actually, I'm just kidding. They ain't mild. Buckle up. Are you ready, BlizzCon? The first part of the World Soul Saga and your 10th expansion is called World of Warcraft, The War Within.
World of Warcraft, The War Within. Okay. The War Within. Nice name.
In this chapter, you will be descending into the heart of Azeroth itself, exploring new subterranean kingdoms, and engaging with ancient cultures like the Earthen and the terrifying Nerubians of Azj-Kahet.
Okay, I don't know who the Earthen are, but I do know the Nerubians. Yeah, okay, interesting. Earthens. How do you spell that? Earthens. Okay.
But as the forces of darkness close in around our precious world soul, you, yeah, that's you, will be called to do what you always do, which is dispense indiscriminate justice upon all those who got it coming. Talk to me, BlizzCon. The second part of the World Soul Saga is called World of Warcraft Midnight.
World of Warcraft Midnight. Okay. Midnight. Huh. I think this has to deal with the night elves. Just because it says midnight. Maybe the night elves or the void. Yeah, between the two.
In this chapter, you will be returning, ready, to the old world. To the fabled lands of Quel'Thalas. There, the forces of the Void have invaded Azeroth, intent on snuffing out the light of the Sunwell and plunging the world into darkness and fear. You will not only help reunify the scattered elven tribes of Azeroth, but you will make your stand with the forces of the light and banish the shadow forever. Of course, BlizzCon, it is Azeroth. Things may not go to plan. Things may just spiral wildly out of control, leading us to the third part of the World Soul Saga.
I'm hoping that Sylvanas returns for World of Warcraft Midnight. She has to be there. Quel'Thalas and her people, the High Elves, she has to be there. She has to be there for that. Right? Yeah. I think Sylvanas will return during World of Warcraft Midnight.
World of Warcraft, the last Titan.
The last Titan. That sounds a bit ominous, you know? What do they mean by the last Titan? What happened to the other Titans? Guys, no. No. Something sounds wrong here. There is something somewhere. It sounds wrong. Why is it the last Titan?
In this chapter, you will again be returning to the old world. This time, to the wintry lands of Northrend. And there, at Ulduar, you will bear witness to the return of the Titans to Azeroth.
So what, is it a courtesy visit from the Titans? Okay.
And there, you will uncover a vast conspiracy. One that stretches throughout the history of the world. One that will challenge everything you think you know about the Titans, their intentions, and the true nature of Azeroth itself.
I'm starting to think that Iridacron might be onto something. The way he discusses about the Titans and their influence on Azeroth and why are they doing this in terms of, controlling the trajectory of the planet's development. Yeah, I think maybe Iridacron might be onto something. But I guess we'll just have to wait and see.
In time, my friend, in time. And it's called Silithus. There you go. BlizzCon, my hope, our dear hope, is that you can see when it comes to WoW storytelling, we ain't screwing around. We are playing for all the marbles. we are working to establish a thundering heartbeat for this franchise. Now. Now, BlizzCon. Hearken to me. Always wanted to say that. Thank you. Whether you are a current player, and I'm gonna bet that most of you are, or maybe you jumped off the WoW train a few expansions ago, now is the time to come home. Now is the time to pull on your boots, pick up your broadsword or your favorite glowy staff, and get in this fight. Friends, Azeroth needs her defenders now more than ever. Now, in a few moments, we are going to give you a deeper look at the war within. But before we do that, I want to leave you with a little something to chew on. I want to remind you all that sometimes very epic things can begin with small, heartfelt moments. What you're about to see is one of those moments. And with that, BlizzCon, proud defenders of Azeroth, let the World Soul Saga begin.
Oh, this is one of the trailers that Zafrak told me I should react to. Oh, okay. Alright.
You're here to tell me we don't get to hide. Is that it?
You needed time. We stayed away. But time by itself heals nothing.
You didn't just come here for me. It's the visions. You've seen them.
I suspect many have lately. Something, someone, is calling out from the heart of the world. Like a voice from a dream. Something dark is coming, Anduin. The world needs your light again. My son.
I am not that person anymore! I have no light. Not after what I've seen. Not after what I've done.
are not your past, Anduin. I trust you.
Hear me.
They're getting worse. Look, whatever's coming, I'll stand with you. Of course I will. But we were drawn here by the voice. Who is it, Thrall? Who's calling out to us?
I'm not sure yet. But that sword was aimed at someone.
Wow, what a trailer. You know, seeing Anduin that way, really, it is heartbreaking. You know, I'm just remembering the Anduin of Battle for Azeroth. You know, in that cinematic for Battle for Azeroth, when the Alliance was fighting against the Horde, and Sylvanas was the leader of the Horde during that time, and he had such flowing golden hair, you know. I can't remember if he tied it up, but you know, he had a lot of hair, and he was shaven, he was clean, he was a picturesque knight in shining armor. He was the king. And now, after Shadowlands, you know, after all that has gone through with him, and you know how he was manipulated, controlled, you can see how much it has broken his soul, his spirit as a person. You know, his eyes even look distraught. They look like they have pain in them. They kind of remind me of his father now. I don't know if you guys have watched my previous reactions to other World of Warcraft trailers, where I talked about Anduin's father, you know, and his eyes looking dead set. You know, it looks like they've gone through a lot, like there's a lot of experience behind his eyes. And now Anduin has the same sort of eyes. You know, he's gone through a lot, he's done a lot, and you can see it evidently on his eyes that, you know, this is not the same Anduin that shined so brightly during Battle for Azeroth. This is a different Anduin. And yeah, wow. It's really sad to see him that way. But now that Thrall is here, and I'm sure his other friends are also going to be around to help him get back to the Anduin that we know, I'm sure he'll be okay. He'll be alright. Yes, he won't forget the past, but he will learn to live with it. Hopefully. And yeah, you know, the entity that's calling out to them, it's definitely Azeroth. I think Azeroth is under threat. The planet, the world soul, I mean, it's under threat, and it's calling out Azeroth. It's calling out its own greatest heroes and heroines to protect it. So it's not only going to be the dragon aspects, it's also going to be all the other mortal heroes and heroines of Azeroth who are going to be called up to protect the planet from a potential threat from Sargeras, maybe. I'm not entirely sure, because we saw the blade that Sargeras, you know, used to stab Azeroth. So I'm not sure if it's going to be about the Titans and Sargeras, or is it going to be about the void in particular? I'm not entirely sure. But yeah, Azeroth is desperate. Azeroth feels something is coming, and she needs her greatest protectors to be ready for this fight. I think that's what this is. So yeah, World of Warcraft War Within. It's going to be very interesting.
I guess we're not ignoring that sword anymore. I do have to say, though, every time I see that cinematic, and I've seen it many times, it gets me right in my heart. It feels like a new beginning, and it feels like coming home. And we are so excited about where we are going. And now that you've seen or heard the overview for the World So Saga, let's talk about the War Within. As we all gather and explore beneath the surface, we'll find an ancient Nerubian civilization. They will be led by someone we were first introduced to in Legion, Xal'atath, a harbinger of the Void. The Void brings destruction and darkness that threatens all light in our world. The last time we saw Xal'atath, she promised we would meet again, and it turns out she was right. And while Anduin, Thrall, and others share the same...
I am not sure I remember this particular person. Xal'atath? I'm not entirely sure if I remember seeing that person in any cinematic that I've reacted to. Guys, remember, I don't play World of Warcraft. I don't play the game. I only watch the cinematics and the gameplay and listen to the music. Make reactions for the music, the cinematics, and the gameplay. I haven't played the game myself, so yeah, I could be wrong. Maybe I have seen her before, but I can't remember. Yeah.
Visions emanating from the heart of the world. Some are seeing something quite different.
My visions are not the same as the others. No radiance, no song. Just the shadow taunting me from below. The fate of our world rests upon the edge of a knife. And our battle lies deep within.
Oh, okay. The thumbnail for the second cinematic that Zafarak told me I should react to had that lady on it. Oh, okay. So this is the second cinematic. And that's Xal'atath, right? Maybe, I'm not sure. But yeah, it's good to see Alaria again. And also the Earthen. Are they dwarves? Are the Earthen dwarves? They kind of looked a bit shortish, and they kind of had that facial feature of a dwarf. So I think maybe they are another group of dwarven kind. Like with the elves, they have different groupings of elves. You know, you have your night elves, you have your high elves, and you have all the other groups as well. So probably it's something similar here with the Earthen. They are a different, group of dwarven kind that live in the subterranean levels of Azeroth. Yeah, that's interesting. And we also got to see some new zones. There was one called Isle of Dawn. I'm just thinking about Rogel Dawn from Warhammer 40k. If you guys know Warhammer 40k, then you know what I'm talking about. But yeah, Isle of Dawn. Yeah, that sounds interesting. Or maybe even what is it called again? Game of Thrones, Westeros, Dawn. You know, the province of Dawn on the southern regions of Westeros. Yeah. You could also say it's kind of connecting to that as well. Yeah. So yeah, the War Within looks like it's going to be very interesting. And of course, the Void is coming into play with this new expansion. And yeah, I can't wait to see what's going to happen in it.
In the War Within, alongside beautiful, unique underground zones, we will have challenging dungeons and raids and some new features too that are built to last. If you like exploring on your own with a couple of friends or family, we have delves. These are a variety of bite-sized experiences for 1 to 5 players that will offer endgame rewards. You may also find in your delve a familiar character who'd be willing to fight alongside you. And if you're like me and you have an obsession with alts, we have warbands. With this feature, you could treat all of your characters like family and share banks, reputations, transmog, We're also introducing a new layer of customization for your class specs with hero talents. You might want to take your character down the path of a Dark Ranger, let's say, or a Farseer, and more.
Did she say a Dark Ranger? Huh, okay.
Also, during your travels underground, you will meet the Earthen Dwarves, and you'll be able to unlock them as our new allied race. I mean, who doesn't love a dwarf? The facial hair options are spectacular. There's so much more to talk about, so please join the What Next panel that's coming up right after the opening ceremony right here. What I can tell you, though, is that the call to get into the fight to save our world will ring out when the War Within releases next year.
Next year, month, date. Come on. Coming fall 2024. When is fall in America? I'm not entirely sure when is fall. Oh, okay.
And lastly, I sincerely want to say, we are so excited to begin this new journey with you. And from our hearts to yours, thank you for bringing our world to life.
Okay, guys, that is it with the BlizzCon opening ceremony World of Warcraft. I must say, this is a tough job. You know, being on the stage, presenting new content coming to the fan base, it looks like a very difficult and daunting task. You know, you have to make jokes, you have to move around, you have to smile, you know, you have to be speaking vocally and loudly so everyone can hear what you're saying. You know, you have to be confident. You can't be there jittery. You can't be there shy. You can't be there not well dressed like Miss Molly. You have to be dressed. you have to look presentable. So yeah, well done to her. Well done to Chris as well for trying their best to keep the crowd engaged, laughing and enjoying what's being presented to them. And definitely, the World Soul Saga, the World of Warcraft, the War Within, Midnight, and The Last Titan are going to be very interesting expansions for World of Warcraft, and I can't wait to see what's going to happen in them. And yeah, it was really good, really, how they presented it, how they are focusing on the future for the next 20 years. They're not stopping. They are no way near stopping. So for the next 20 years, you guys are still going to be playing World of Warcraft. Even if you have grandkids, just shoo away your grandkids. The computer is yours. You should be the only one using it for World of Warcraft. They can go play on their cell phones. It's fine. But yeah, it's good to see that the future for World of Warcraft is secured. And also the classic players, the classic fan base are strong as ever, confident as ever, loud as ever, and they are also going to be enjoying, Cataclysm Classic, and yeah, it's good. The future is bright for World of Warcraft, definitely. Yeah, guys. Okay, now, I think I'm still going to watch those 2 cinematics. Yeah, let me just start with that, in fact. I think the first one I will do is... what's the name? Yes, the War Within announced cinematic. Yes, I'll play that one first. And then the second cinematic is the War Within overview World of Warcraft. Right, let's start with the War Within announce cinematic. Oh, it's starting.
You're here to tell me we don't get to hide. Is that it?
You needed time. We stayed away. But time by itself heals nothing.
You didn't just come here for me. It's the visions. You've seen them.
I suspect many have lately. Something, someone, is calling out from the heart of the world. Like a voice from a dream. Something dark is coming, Anduin. The world needs your light again. My son.
I am not that person anymore! have no light. Not after what I've seen. Not after what I've done.
You are not your past, Anduin. I trust you.
Hear me.
They're getting worse. Look, whatever's coming, I'll stand with you. Of course I will. But we were drawn here by the voice. Who is it, Thrall? Who's calling out to us?
I'm not sure yet. But that sword was aimed at someone.
Whew, yeah, guys, that is it with the cinematic, the War Within announced cinematic World of Warcraft. Yeah, you know, Sargeras was really close with his blade, going right into the core of the planet. He was really close, really, really close. And you can just imagine if you were there during that time when you know, Sargeras would plunge his blade into the planet. You just see this white light descending onto the planet, and then once it hits on the surface and, you know, it makes contact with Azeroth, the shockwaves, the energy that's being released, the firestorm that just engulfs everything around where this sword was plunged into the planet, must have been truly devastating. And there it is. You know, no one can do anything about it. they can't cut it into pieces. They can't destroy it with magic. It's just there, you know, just waiting for its owner to come back, to hold it once more, activate it, and finish the job. You know, so yeah, really, it's a terrifying and interesting object that's just sticking on the planet like that. So yeah, it's like a thorn, you know, like a thorn on the skin of Azeroth. And hopefully, you know, you guys will be able to remove it somehow, or maybe one of the Titans. Or if they do, it might make the planet bleed out something. So maybe it should just stay where it is forever. Yeah, I don't know. But yeah, it was good to see Anduin. It's good to see Thrall. And I think I'm gonna just have to get used to Anduin having short hair, really, because right now it's still a bit weird to see him with short hair like that, but he's cool. He looks cool. Okay, next one is going to be the War Within features overview World of Warcraft. Alright, just click it.
My visions are not the same as the others. No radiance, no song. Just the shadow, taunting me from below. The fate of our world rests upon the edge of a knife. And our battle lies deep within.
Get that soundtrack. I need to get the soundtrack for The War Within. I need to get it. It sounds so cool. Yeah, guys, that is it with the overview, actually. Yeah, the overview trailer for The War Within. And yeah, good soundtrack, as I said before. And the different zones that you guys will be visiting also look quite interesting. And they're all underground, right? They're all in like the subterranean levels or subsurface of Azeroth. So yeah, that's also going to be interesting. And I saw some maps looking like they have some sort of like a source of light. I'm wondering what that is. Is it like an artificial light that was created by someone? I'm not entirely sure. But yeah, we'll get to see more of those zones as you guys start to play the game. And yeah, really, it's going to be interesting to see these different places with the Earthen also in the mix. And of course, hopefully, the same dragonflight mechanics for the the dragons that you guys are flying is still going to apply in World of Warcraft War Within. So yeah, that's also going to be quite interesting, having your Drake flying underground in the subterranean levels of Azeroth. That's also going to be quite interesting to see. And yeah, we also got to see some Dragthyr there as well. So yes, definitely the Dragthyr race is still going to be present and contributing to the defense of Azeroth. Yeah, there's a lot of characters fighting for Azeroth right now. A lot of important people all here protecting Azeroth. So yeah, it's going to be really interesting to see. Guys, that is it with these 3 videos provided to me by Zafarak. Thank you again, Zafarak. Guys, remember, if you want to check out the original videos as well as World of Warcraft's YouTube channel, the links are going to be in the description below. If you like my reaction, please give me a like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. Click on the notification bell if you want to be up to date with my latest videos, and I'll see you guys on Monday. Okay? Bye-bye.